easy go.
Hello and welcome to Orion Tech Tips. Today we're going to talk about the Google Pixel 4. I don't even know where to start with this phone, so short version is don't buy this phone. For the $900 it is charging, it's not worth the value. That's the short version. Yeah, so like, subscribe, thank you for watching, have a good day. But if you want to hear why I don't think this is the best value, please stick around and watch the video. So, yeah, before we get started with it, please do like the video and subscribe, because that would help out the channel a lot. And yeah, let's get started. So, the Google, this probably isn't the first video you've seen, let's be honest, and if it is, well, this will be your first take on the Google Pixel 4 XL, and some of these things will be for the Google Pixel 4 and the Google Pixel 4 XL, but for like the title and stuff, I'm just going to say the Google Pixel 4 XL. But yeah, I am also talking about like the value and stuff in the Pixel 3, so keep that in mind. Pixel 4, sorry, not 3. If you are curious about the Pixel 3, I made a video about that, so feel free to check that out. I made it right when it came out, so it's about a year old, but yeah, feel free. Okay, so let's get started on the specifications of the phone. So we have the first problem, or I'm just going to say the overall problem of the phone is the Google Pixel line. It's never been known for, like, even back when, I remember when the original Google Pixel launched, it wasn't, for the hardware, it wasn't, great hardware, but the software and the camera experience was amazing. However, this, as you know with the Pixel phone, doesn't have really good hardware at all, and it's not a very good camera. I will explain why in a second if you don't already know. So I will start with the processor. So first problem here is this has the Snapdragon 855, which is so the phone just launched. However, the Snapdragon 855 is an older processor. The newest one, and what the new Android phones are using, is a Snapdragon 855 Plus chip. Which, yeah, isn't, the 855 does not hold up, so outdated hardware on a new $900 phone, that's just not acceptable. So, okay, let's talk, well, yeah, I guess we can talk about, so it is running Android 10, it's really self-explanatory. I don't really want to get into software a lot in this video, so yeah. It's just, yep, Android 10. Really have nothing to say about that. So, it is using the, okay, so, I guess, I'm choosing, what specs to talk about, so, I will get through all of them, but just stay with me here. So, it has 64 gigabytes of storage, which for 900, yes, okay, you're going to bring up the iPhone, I know. Yeah, okay, so the iPhone, yes, it has 64 gigabytes of storage to start with, but most Android phones, well, all Android phones in this price range don't. So I'm going to come here on an Android perspective, and yes, I use Android. I used to use an LG V20, however, I did get the iPhone 8 Plus, so now you know. Okay, 64 gigabytes of storage for a $900 phone? Are you kidding me? That's stupid. Why? Google, why? Why? Okay, I can spend $50 more on the Note 9 and get 256 gigabytes of storage. That's insane. Plus the better specs. Okay. Storage, no. That's bad. So, 6 gigabytes of RAM. That's still a bit lower than Android. Most Android phones do have 8, some have 12. Yeah, 6 isn't, like, it's not that much lower, but it still would be nice to have 8. So, the RAM is the least of the problems in this phone. So, okay. Now, let's talk about, you're probably wondering, wait, isn't the screen really good with its 90 hertz refresh rate? That's cutting edge technology. Yes, it claims it as a, quote, 90 hertz. But, no, I am here to tell you it really doesn't. So, yes, the screen is 90 hertz, however, okay, I know what Google said, I'm just trying to tell you guys the truth. So, when you actually use the phone, chances are you are getting 60 hertz because it's only sometimes 90 hertz. When the screen senses, like, you are going really fast, it will churn to 90 hertz sometimes. So, sometimes it will churn to 90 hertz, but most of the time you are only getting 60 hertz on the screen. Why can't it just be set to 90 hertz all the time? Google? What? Okay. Again, I'll name some more problems. Okay, so Gorilla Glass 5. I can't really talk about glass, I'm not a glass expert, but that's not the best glass ever. I know, like, you can't afford pure sapphire from the Rolex watches, but come on, like, something better than Gorilla Glass 5. Like, you just drop it from an inch and it shatters. Yeah. Actually, I'm second guessing myself. I could be wrong, but the iPhone 11 series might use Gorilla Glass 5. I think it might be 6 Gorilla Glass. Okay, comment section, tell me, please, because I kind of forgot. Okay, so 6.3 inch 1440p display, 537 ppi. Sounds pretty good, right? Oh wait, the brightness! You can barely see the screen. So I'm sure you've seen plenty of tweets, posts on Instagram, posts on Reddit about how dim the screen is. I live in Vancouver. Sometimes the sun does get fairly bright, but on my 8 Plus with the brightness fully up, it's great. Well, yeah, it's good. No complaints. I only imagine, like, I'll be struggling to see the screen with its full brightness. However, I haven't actually, like, seen the brightness in my own eye, so before, like, I, like, really judge it, from my perspective, I'm just, providing you guys with the facts. So, it is so dim. Just look up a comparison of the iPhone 11 Pro, or, like, even if you have, like, something older, like an older Android device, like maybe like the S8 or the iPhone 8, way brighter. And let alone the XS Max, the 11 Pro Max with its 1200 nits is just going to, like, Google, $900 for a screen you can barely see? Come on. Okay. I believe I have mentioned all of the specs here. Besides the camera, Bluetooth 5.0, we can all come to expect that. Like, come on. The iPhone 8 in 2017 had that. I think Bluetooth 8.2. Bluetooth 5.2 is out now. Yeah, of course, yeah, supports fast charging, wireless charging. Old Samsung phones, okay, the 2015 Lumia, whatever the 2015 Lumia was, that supported wireless charging and fast charging through USB-C. 2015, so Google, not something to brag about. Okay. getting to camera. You're probably like, ooh, this is the good part. Google Pixels have great cameras. This is, yeah, why you should spend $900. It pays off, $900 pays off for the great cameras in the phone. No. I'm sorry, no. The Google Pixel 3, yes. Like, in my video, I'm like, the hardware isn't the best, but the cameras more than justify the price. $900 for this phone. Okay, let me just say, so, okay, $900, we can about compare that to the iPhone 11 Pro, and yeah, so let's just compare it to that. I know it's $100 more, but spending $900, chances are you can afford $1,000, probably. But I will also do some comparisons to the iPhone 11 standard. Okay, so 1080p 60 frame, 1080p 30 frames per second video from the front facing camera, which is not good. Okay, a year ago, well, yeah, no, not quite a year ago, maybe like 10 months ago, I think, the Galaxy S10 released, and I believe that was 4K 60. Like, okay, Google, the Pixel phone, it once ruled, well, I don't think it does. I was going to say it rules the camera industry, so why don't you have a 1080p, why do you have a 1080p 30 frames? Like, okay, 4K 60, it's minimum. Like, you have to do that. Okay. So, yeah, that's the front-facing camera. The main camera, also, 8-megapixel front shooter. That, I know, like, megapixels don't, you can kind of ignore them, but it's still nice to, like, know the number. An example of that would be the ROG ROG Phone 2. That is a 48-megapixel camera. And it's, like, it sounds, oh, wow, but, like, it's not any better than, like, a iPhone or a Samsung. It's still great, but it's just, numbers can be deceiving. We'll just say that. So, yeah. But the front-facing camera, don't be fooled. It's really, well, yeah, no. I would, like, for $900, no way. Okay, so the main camera, we have a 12 megapixel and a 16 megapixel. Okay, so a wide and a telephoto. So, yeah, wide telephoto. So we can, of course, do the 2x zoom, and of course we get the standard wide-angle lens. That's just a standard lens, really nothing to say about that. And the images are, well, they're not, like, terrible. The iPhone pulls ahead. The Galaxy pulls ahead of this phone in photos and videos. One more thing to add. It doesn't, okay, this is supposed to be the king of photography in terms of mobile devices. It doesn't have, I'm sure you know this, it doesn't have a wide-angle lens because the Google stage person who announced the stage thing said a telephoto lens is more important than a wide-angle lens. Like, yeah, I'm sure some people use the telephoto lens more than the wide-angle lens. Here's the thing. This phone is $900. You have to put both of them on, so you have the choice. Oh, my God. I'm just getting tired of talking about this phone. Like, it's so bad. I haven't bashed a phone this hard ever. This is such a bad phone. Like, don't buy this. If you're into Android, pick up a Samsung. Like, pick up, what else? Samsung. The new ROG ROG phone does seem great. I know Razer's making a new phone. yeah, that's about it to talk about. I guess $900 for nothing. I mean, I don't like. If you can think of, I mean, the cameras are passable. $900. That's it doesn't have updated hardware. Like, okay, the specs are not up to date, which is insane for a $900 phone. The camera, it's not. The screen, really, it's not. Okay, the OnePlus 7 Pro has that 90 hertz display, and it's not $900, and it's always on. Plus updated hardware. Well, I guess that is an older phone. The 7T, OnePlus 7T. That's what I was trying to think of. Okay. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to end it here. So please like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.